Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and happy NFL Draft Day 2022, day one. We are just about an hour away from, there's not necessarily a kickoff per se involved in this, but pretty much kickoff. Right now, the Jaguars are on the clock. You guys can get on over and get into all of the NFL draft action over at monkeyknifefight.com, and also download the Monkey Knife Fight app for all your daily fantasy prop needs. You can get on over there and play all the daily fantasy player props on the NFL draft. Just use promo code RUNBOYS and get matched on your very first deposit all the way up to $100. Let's go. Let's keep it moving. We are going to keep this one moving really quick. I also want to remind everyone to download the Stacks app. Download the Stacks app. We have a lot of really good stacks going on. A lot of really good topics going on the Stacks app. I am giving away an autographed DJ Moore in partnership with my homies over at 32-Bit, the YouTube channel. Shout out to Marcus Grant, Michael Florio, Maddie, everybody else over there at 32-Bit. We greatly appreciate you guys. But yeah, autographed DJ Moore jersey. You have to have an active Stacks account, so go make an active Stacks account. You have to guess. Okay, on the Stacks app, you have to guess, all right, the top 5 accurately. Whoever gets the most accurate will win the autographed DJ Moore jersey. Also, with that being stated, we also have another contest, another competition happening on over there on the Stacks app with our partners over there at Elias Sports Bureau. Elias, one of the most trusted names in sports analytics. All the big players in the sports industry use Elias for all their stats, analytics, next to stats, and much more. Get on over here, play the Elias Game Plan Challenge, powered by Pickup. Also, our homies over there at Play Pickup, our homies at Pickup. Play the Elias Game Plan Challenge. We have 12 props. We're going to be going over a few of those props tonight here. In partnership with our homies over at Elias Game Plan, over with our homies over at Stacks. So get on over there, click the link in the chat, fill out the prop bet form. Winner of the prop sheet, you get all 12 props. Whoever gets the most props, whoever gets the most points off the prop sheet, you're going to win a $20 Fanatics gift card. So we have 2 giveaways going down over on the Stacks app. Download the Stacks app. That's stacksapp.io. Link is in the description. Okay. Play our Elias Game Plan Challenge with all 12 of our props. And then also go ahead, play our prediction challenge right there on the Stacks app, on my stack that I dropped a couple of days ago. Go ahead and guess predict the top 5 correctly and accurately. You're going to win an autographed DJ Moore jersey if you're correct. Let's go ahead and get into the cast and crew. Ladies and gentlemen, you already know how we do. It is draft season. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, first up, give it up. It's your boy, Rumboys Raj.
Yo, what's good?
What's good?
Hey, bro. Got 2 things going. I'm focused on this Raptors game, focused on the draft. Let's see how this goes, man.
Bro, y'all gotta give it to Philly, man. Y'all gotta give it to Philly.
I already know, bro. Joel's bitch ass gonna be crying again.
We'll see. I'm excited to see how that one goes. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a minute, but we got him here on the show for your draft coverage. He'll be here with us the next, it's already day 1, so we're not going to do that. The next 2 days, all right, since we're already inactive today, or active for today. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Rumboys J Love.
Yo, what's going on, guys?
What's good?
Not much, chilling, happy. Best 3 days of the year.
Yes. There
for me.
I think opening like when you have your fantasy drafts, that's a very exciting day. When opening kickoff happens, that's a very exciting day, and then obviously like Super Bowl, that's exciting. And then there's obviously draft day.
Yeah. My team ain't never won one though, so.
Like how we get like regular holidays, like how we get like Christmas and everything else. You know, fucking 4th of July. That? Yeah, we get.
Who cares about that?
And no, here's my comparison. In the NFL world, we have our own holidays.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
this is like our Easter weekend, basically.
Exactly. Goodell has risen. I'm kidding. That's a fucked up joke. Good old boys up in the chat. What's going on? Weeds, what's up? There's that link. Let's go ahead. Let's get into today's show. Like I said, we're gonna go through the Elias game plan challenge sheet first. I think the question that everyone is really like dying on and really wants to know who's gonna be the first pick off the board. Cheers to me, cheers to you, all the Run Boys and Girls. What to do, dilly dilly.
Shit,
Raj.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because he'll save his take. Shit. I guess I gotta go Travon Walker at this point. The guy on the background there, right to your left or to your right, Robbie. Travon Walker, just a meteoric rise since the combine for that guy. What was barely a top 10 pick before the combine, maybe even outside of the top 10, right? And now he's being considered number one overall. And to be honest, it is a very Trent Baalke pick, right? We obviously are comparing him to Aldon Smith from when Baalke was in San Francisco. The whole long arm, super athletic edge, who seems before the draft like he's going to be a combine hero, which is my take for Travon Walker. I think he's going to be a combine hero. But yeah, like I said, it's a very Baalke pick, and I think he's going to be the one to go number one.
So really quick, the way that you said Baalke is like when you ever have that kid in your class, like back in grade school, and like everyone else, the teacher's like, pronounce the word dragon, and there's that one kid that's like dragon. That's what you reminded me. I'm like really quick before we get into J Love's pick, 15 of the last 20 number one picks in the NFL draft have been QBs. Obviously, this year is going to be on a short list of outliers.
About 50-50.
Yeah. But most recently in 2017, when the Browns had drafted edge rusher Myles Garrett with the first pick, Aiden Hutchinson, he did finish his collegiate career with 18.5 sacks and was a runner-up for the 2021 Heisman Trophy voting.
Still think he should have won. Shit.
Yeah.
You're a UM fan. It's biased.
Yeah, exactly.
There's no bias, bro. He should have won. What are you talking about?
Bias. Yeah, yes, there is.
Trayvon Walker did have a blazing speed of 4.51 on his 40. Like mentioned in Raj's tape, Trayvon Walker being a possible combine hero. And then just really quick on the betting odds for who will go first, you are looking at a minus 450 on Trayvon Walker.
Oh, 450? It was 190 yesterday.
And you are looking at
plus 190.
Plus, you are looking at a plus 500 on Aiden Hutchinson.
Honestly, I might take that bet just because I like those odds, even if I don't think he's going to be number one.
Those are, they're really good odds. I mean, they're
plus 500.
I wouldn't.
I mean, I might put like a couple bucks on it.
I wouldn't either.
At least, bro, Kenyon Green is a solid first round. Like back end of the first, I think he was been kind of projected there for a little while now.
Really quick, if you guys are playing on DraftKings, the app has been glitchy today, especially when you go into the NFL section. For the last couple of months, they haven't had to have this much traffic.
So I don't know. Did y'all catch since you mentioned DraftKings, did y'all catch that glitch yesterday? I don't know if it got revoked, like people's bets got revoked, but they were there's a prop up for the second safety to be picked, and it was Kyle Hamilton at plus 1,600, but they accidentally set those odds for the first safety to be picked. So a bunch of people put in bets for Kyle Hamilton plus 1,600 being the first safety. I don't know if y'all seen that, but that shit was,
that is beautiful.
I have a feeling that the bets got revoked though.
Yeah, I bet
like
so.
A glitch or some shit, but bro,
it was miscoding.
Received an email due to our fucked up intern, you know.
Yeah.
J Love, your take here on who goes first and your opinion now knowing those odds.
Yeah, it's gonna stay the same. Knowing Trent Baalke, looking at how Aldon Smith, and then if you look at more recent history, Caleb Chasson, an athlete that moves well in space, Josh Allen, an athlete that moves well in space at the defensive end position. It's gonna be Trayvon Walker, and I hate to be like that, but I'm gonna bring up the stigma that's been brought up in the past week. Trent Baalke and the head coach now, Harbaugh at Michigan, don't like each other too much.
That's my conspiracy theory.
Since they're split, Trent Baalke has never drafted a UM player in 8 years of being a GM, and I don't expect that to change. Knowing his hatred and honestly, it's petty. It's petty. His petty disdain for Harbaugh, and then now seeing his own trends, it's all going to point to Trayvon Walker.
You're welcome for that, by the way. That's my conspiracy theory, bro. That he just doesn't like Michigan players.
It's everywhere now.
This is this is kind of one of those scenarios from a betting standpoint that in order to get great odds on Walker, you would have had to have been in on this trend and in on this rumor.
The day
Go
after the
ahead about
combine, no,
Even
the day of the combine, as soon as all his testing was tracked, it was over.
Even then, though, even then, I think there was still a lot of whispers of, oh, because Hutchinson, he didn't have a bad combine. He still had a great combine.
No, he had a good combine.
It just got overshined by Trevon Walker's insane combine.
Exactly.
So there was still talks of Hutchinson and possibly even Neal or Icky going number one. I think it's mainly been these past maybe 2-3 weeks that's really solidified him there.
That's true.
A little piece of advice that I do want to make sure I throw out there. Watch the lines move while live. As the draft keeps going and the order keeps going. Guys like names that were mentioned, previously, top 10 names like Kyle Hamilton.
He's gonna fall outside the top 10.
That could very well be a thing. I've said that it can happen. I've seen where we've all seen all the different mocks. We've all mocked multiple different scenarios ourselves.
Yeah.
Watch the live lines. You're really gonna make your bread and butter betting this thing live.
Yeah. What sucks for Kyle Hamilton is if he played any other position, I genuinely think he would be the first overall pick. Like if you take his talent at his position and then transfer it to another position, he's far and away the best player in his class at his position.
Although we have seen instances where players who are considered generational, whatever test, not great, and then end up falling. Like, I mean, it's not.
It's what's gonna happen.
I mean, I think with him it's not even that. It's not even like what you're mentioning. It's the positional value stacked on top of his bad testing, which is making him fall.
Okay,
right. That's the big thing.
Here's the thing that sucks because everybody's talking about him having bad testing. If you expected Kyle Hamilton to run a 4.4, you were not watching his tape. He's instinctive more so than he is fast. And another thing, I understand 4.59 looks bad because it's right there next to 4.6. However, if you look at the top 5 or so safeties in the NFL, their average 40 time is 4.52. If you take out Budda Baker, it's like 4.57 because Budda Baker is the only top 5-ish safety that runs a sub 4.5. If speed doesn't matter for safeties at the next level, especially if you're a box safety, Jamal Adams, for as much flack as he gets, is not the best mover in space. He's not the most athletic, yet he's a great player for what he does. And that's exactly the role that Kyle Hamilton's going to play in the next level. He's not a free safety. Kyle Hamilton's going to line up in the box, play around the line of scrimmage, play 10 to 15 yards off, and occasionally drop back deep in coverage. And when you realize that, that's where you're going to find his value.
Well, as we progress through the sheet, we're going to be talking about some of these corners, DBs, so on and so forth. Will an offensive player be drafted with a top 3 pick?
Yes.
No.
I could see it happening.
No.
Especially number 3.
Number 3 is the only chance.
Oh, yeah.
And I say no.
I mean, there's still the possibility, the very, very slim possibility that Malik Willis
goes 2. But if Hutchinson's there, I don't see them passing.
Oh, they don't pass on Hutchinson because that's he's a Dan Campbell player. Simple as that. Like,
yeah, I just don't.
No,
I
don't
can't see it.
If they pass on Aiden Hutchinson, that just solidifies them as the worst team in NFL history. Because how the fuck
does it,
do
or does it just say how high they are on Malik Willis?
Yeah.
I think
I mean.
I was about to say we've seen worse drafts than this. I mean, obviously
Josh Rosen.
Yeah, Josh Rosen. Hell, before any of us were even born. Okay, the Buccaneers knew that. Shout out to the good old boys. The Buccaneers knew that Bo Jackson was not going to suit up in that creamsicle uniform, and they still
took him.
So. I'm not gonna say worst team. I'm not gonna say worst team.
I mean, I don't mean it in that sense. I mean just like how the fuck are you gonna pass up on Hutchinson?
Also, he's slightly biased because he's a UM fan.
Bro, Hutchinson is the best player in this draft. Let's not kid ourselves.
No.
Here, let me see something.
I'm kidding. He is. I'm just messing.
So 30% of Elias game plan challenge players, okay, on this prop. Went with no.
Yeah.
Wait, how many? Sorry.
30%.
So 70%. I said no when I did it, and the main reason is the only chance I really see right now after Trayvon Walker moved up to 1 is the Texans at 3, and it sounds like they want one of Sauce or Stingley.
That is true.
So it doesn't seem like if we're going off of favorites, which by all means, there's definitely going to be some surprising picks. But at the top, the favorites are all defensive players, and it's not close at this point.
I think I said no as well. I want to say, but I don't know. And that's when the corner talk was really heating up with Houston, which I think is what they end up going with. Honestly, like I don't know. As much as I think a tackle should go in the top 3 because they are that good in this class, I don't know.
I don't know. I feel like the 2 top tackles for everyone, Evan Neal and Icky, especially Icky, he looks like a guard.
He's a very versatile player, and he can play guard.
I understand that. I think that sometimes versatility is credited too much for player strength. Icky,
I agree.
To me, more so than Evan Neal at that. Icky's arms are so short. They're not. I don't see him playing left tackle in the NFL. I can see Icky playing right. But in my opinion, he's going to be a much better guard than he is at tackle in the NFL.
Agreed.
So really quick, the last NFL draft that did not feature an offensive player among the first 3 picks, 1992.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, and that was when Michigan wide receiver Desmond Howard was first from that side of the ball off the board. Yeah, at pick number 4,
sure.
and that was by Washington. Right now, as I look, you have just to get in within the top 5, you have Icky at a -300. He was a -280 on April 21st.
At number 3,
when I got these stats. This is just within the top 5. It's just within the top 5. You have Evan Neal. You have Evan Neal. I know. There's a lot.
He's probably plus now because of the knee and hip issues.
Yeah,
he's actually not listed. Oh no, plus 175. He's plus 175. Right. He went from being a -115 on April 21st.
What's Charles Cross? Is he on there?
A plus 125. He's a plus 125.
Cross?
Yeah. Yep.
I would take that because I think Cross is going to go 5 to the Giants.
They really like Cross. I could see that.
Cross is either going 5 or 7. He's going 5, 6, or 7, depending on what order tackle's going. He's either going to one of the Giants' picks or he's going to Carolina. I don't see him getting out of the top 7.
No, he doesn't. And I think if he does fall out of the top 7, he falls fairly far, which isn't going to happen.
No, he's not going to get past Seattle at 9.
See, what I've been noticing, or like what I'm thinking, is this seems like it's going to be the least diverse position-wise top 10 that we've seen in a minute.
Oh yeah,
you know
it's going to be straight.
Potentially 4 edges in the first top 10, or in the first 10.
2 corners.
2 corners and 3 tackles. I think that's the numbers basically.
Possibly 3 corners if Trent McDuffie slides in.
Possibly 3 corners. But I mean, yeah, it's nuts. Like I said, 4 edge in the first. I mean, and if you think about it, when you're looking at prospects, those are the 3 most valuable positions as a prospect, other than quarterback, probably, right? And it's kind of crazy. This is a very formulaic draft in a way.
I agree. And the thing that sucks about this draft is I've been saying it for months. This draft has caught a lackluster tag next to it.
Yes.
Even though it's a great class, only because of the quarterbacks. If you look at it, in the past 5 years, maybe last year was a better tackle class because it was so deep. But at the top, this tackle class is great. Wide receivers, they're always deep, and this class doesn't stop that trend. Corners, possibly the greatest corner class we've seen in 2-3 decades, and that's not an exaggeration. I could see 7 guys going in the first round, and I wouldn't be mad at it.
No.
7.
Oh, wait. Name your 7. Yes. Name your 7. I'm curious.
Okay. You're looking at Sauce, Stingley, McDuffie, Elon, Kyler Gordon, Kyler Elon.
Or just corner.
Kyler Gordon in the first, though? That's a bit of a reach.
That's a
reach.
I don't think that'll happen. I don't think that'll happen.
I could see it. If it happens, I wouldn't down it. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying all 7 will go. I'm saying it's understandable to have 7 different guys of corners that could go in the first, and I wouldn't hate it.
I could see there being 3 edges off with the first 3 picks.
It's possible.
This draft is definitely a lot more interesting, especially because of like you said. I mean, there is that lackluster. So for me, it's exciting because it's like if you're playing on the sports book, like I said, you're gonna be watching this live and playing these lines live. Who will be the first quarterback drafted? Willis, Pickett, or someone else?
I said Willis, right?
I said Willis as well.
I think there's a possibility that it's Pickett though. If Carolina goes quarterback, I think it has to be Pickett for them.
I think. Look, I think clearing away Malik Willis is the best quarterback in the class, and I don't think that's up for debate anymore.
Wait, sorry. Who in Willis?
Malik Willis is non-debatably the best quarterback in the class.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, I agree.
Who goes first?
Who was first? Yeah.
Pickett. Carolina has an infatuation with Kenny Pickett. I don't know what it is.
I mean, Matt Rule.
Matt Rule's stupid, so it makes sense.
But Matt Rule was recruiting Kenny Pickett, right? He likes him.
I think Carolina trades back. There's rumors about them possibly trading back to 13 with the Texans for the Texans to jump up to 6, and have 2 top 6 picks, possibly.
Which would still likely leave Willis there for them.
I think they want Pickett. They have not shown any interest in Malik Willis other than one visit. They've had 3 or 4 visits with Pickett.
For me, I want Pickett and Pitt. Like, I just think that it makes sense. Bring the Pickett, keep him there.
He wants Malik Willis.
Yeah,
I want Malik Willis.
I get that.
Look, if the Lions don't go Malik Willis at 2, I think Kenny Pickett's the first quarterback off the board. That being said, Malik Willis is probably going to end up a Steeler if he doesn't go 2.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean,
we saw this happen just a few years ago. The Steelers have what pick 20 again?
Yeah.
They're sitting at 20. They traded up for Devin Bush 10 picks. Mm-hmm. They could do that again. 10 picks. It took them a future first.
I hope we don't.
Slid in.
I hope we don't trade that much. I mean, we gave up. I mean, we didn't give up that much value. We gave up a first, second, and third to move up 10 spots, which isn't insane when you think about it. But
yeah.
So only 28% say that it'll be Kenny Pickett according to the last game plan challenge. We'll see how that works.
And probably 50 plus saying Malik.
The last time the first quarterback drafted from a non-FBS school was in 95, and that was Alcorn State, Steve McNair, Aaron McNair.
Yeah.
And he was the number 3 pick by the Oilers.
Come on, call that refs. Oh, shut
it's gonna be Kenny Pickett. I have a feeling it's gonna be Kenny Pickett, and I'm gonna be mad because he's not as good as Malik Willis at all. But
do you realize?
True, man. Pickett's my QB3 personally.
You know what the narrative is going to be really quick.
Pickett's my QB4
after Ritter and Corral as well.
Hold on. You know what the narrative? You know what the narrative is going to be for Pickett. Like, I feel bad if Pickett. So Pickett, like, if Pickett is selected in the first round, period. I mean, which will likely happen.
It will happen.
You already know because Pitt hasn't had the University of Pitt. University of Pitt hasn't had a quarterback since Dan Marino going to first.
I've completely forgot Marino was a.
I've seen people call him Daniel Jones 2.0.
Ouch!
I'm like that hurts. But
it's literally there's only 2 first rounders from Pitt ever, Dan Marino and Aaron Donald. Ever.
Well, that turned out well.
Yeah,
both of those turned out pretty well.
2 of them, arguably the greatest at their position.
So, I don't
arguably.
No.
Get ready for that article to start to write itself. Like there's going to be someone out there that's going to be like, he's the next Moreno. There's going to be someone that's going to be like, oh my god, he's only the third ever. Like it's going to be some Pitt alum.
Yeah.
Who like works at fucking like some big corporation, some big.
You know what's funny? I had my high school teacher, my sports journalism high school teacher that I took my senior year, was a Pittsburgh writer, and he like covered the Pitt and everything like that. That's just funny, and I could see him writing something like that.
Albert, that question I actually have listed here a little bit later. But I'll say my bold prediction. Just to we're only gonna give one. I have no RBs being picked in the first round. Like period. Like I
don't know if that's insanely bold. To be honest,
it's not insanely bold, but that would be the 3rd time in what
ever
30 ever. Oh, I thought it was like 25 years or something. So yeah, 3rd time ever. 2013, 2014 were the other 2 times.
And the draft was the exact same situation as it is as a setup is this year.
Well, there should have been a couple years ago. The year CEH was taken, he should not have been a first round pick.
Was that 2 years now?
Yeah, 2 years ago.
Like two draft classes ago.
Yeah, 2 draft classes ago.
Yeah, that's that. But for me, that's my biggest. Thing.
I don't. I
Uh,
mean, I
mine
think it would be someone at the end though, right? Like a Brees Hall or something.
mine is Jalen Pitre is going to be the second safety taken.
I fucking love that. Dude, Jalen Pitre's my crush. He's my draft crush.
It's same.
Fucking love that
For
guy.
me, Jalen Pitre is going to be a first round pick at the back half, and
like
is going
that.
to be the second safety off the board.
I don't hate that.
Okay.
I don't disagree.
And
with
when you say back half, where are you thinking? Number 20.
No, it would probably be somewhere closer to like 23, 24. I wouldn't hate if Tennessee took him.
Ooh, Tennessee along with Byard.
Yeah, run him along Byard, and then you could play him in the slot as well. Just as
Byard is a great deep safety.
Mike Vrabel can use him as a chess piece to godly ability.
That is true because the thing is, Vrabel does play a fairly college-esque defense, right?
Yeah.
So with Pitre being a star,
and Baylor plays a pretty pro-style defense, so the
exactly right. Hard. So no, that's my point. And him playing the star, that would be a perfect weapon for Vrabel. And I didn't think about that, but that is really interesting.
Yeah.
Let's keep on the QBs really quick. How many quarterbacks will be drafted in round 1? Do you have 2 or fewer, or 3 or more?
I got 3.
So 3 or more.
I got 2.
You have 2. Okay, so 2 or fewer. Okay, 53% say 2 or fewer.
Oh, that's a close one.
Yep, 46% are saying 3 or more. So yeah, you're pretty much 50-50. That's the difference about 5 different players there on that one.
If I could argue the case for 3, Pickett and Willis are going to be first round picks. It's undeniable. The main reason I say 3 is I don't think the Lions take a quarterback at 2, which would be Malik Willis. I don't think that happens. They have pick 32 and pick 34. At pick 32, you have the 5th-year option that comes with a first-round pick. And with that, I think that they would take one of Corral or Ritter. My pick would be Corral at pick 32.
Really? I'm hearing
I
more
like that. Man, I mean, I really like Corral's my QB2, personally.
Same.
I really do like Matt Corral as just a person.
You guys can fill out these props along with us. Just make sure you have it all done before the draft kicks off. Only 2 of the last 10 drafts featured 2 or fewer QBs selected in the first round. Of course, that was 2013 EJ Manuel's class, where he was the lone QB for the Bills. And then 2015, you had famous Jameis and Mariota, who were picks 1 and 2. And then after that, it was just QB fucking radio silent after that.
Up. Who went in 2013? Because I'm trying to think of that class.
EJ Manuel and Teddy Bridgewater, I think.
Well, I understand that, but I'm talking about just players in general because they had no running backs and 2 quarterbacks.
It was a very defensive draft, I think. You know what? It was the Eric Fisher year. That was
where he went number 1.
That was a shitty draft class. Oh my god.
Hey, it panned out for them, a couple of years down the road, right? Many years down the road. But
yeah, he's turned into a serviceable NFL player.
I mean, if I'm thinking about it, D-Hop is probably the only great player from that.
You know what? This was the class. This was the class that had a whole bunch of busts. I remember looking at this
class.
Yeah,
the 2013 class.
Yeah, Deion Jordan, Barkevius Mingo, Jonathan Cooper, Tavon Austin.
It is the worst draft class ever. It is the worst draft class ever.
Easily. I think the only good players from that first round are Hopkins and Travis Frederick. I think he was
Lane Johnson. Lane Johnson.
Lane Johnson.
Really
quick, I just want to add since 2010, 5 quarterbacks have been drafted at pick number 25 or later. Okay, that's including Heisman Trophy winners Lamar Jackson,
pick 32,
and Tim Tebow. So you got 32 and 25. According to DraftKings, as a lot of my research is going to be about a week ago. According to DraftKings, on April 21st, 3 QBs are projected to be borderline round 1 picks. You got Corral at 150, Ritter at minus 120, and then Sam Howell at plus 100.
Yeah. I like Corral or Ritter if I was to place that.
I agree. I mean, Ritter was getting top 15 attention like a week ago.
Corral coming into the season was the undeniable one. And then then Willis took off and Pickett was crazy.
Just to be in one of the top 32 picks. Here's what you got: Kenny Pickett at minus 3K. Let's see. Damn, I'm like scrolling through this fucking list.
Control F, maybe.
It's on my phone. I'm on my phone.
Dang. Tough.
Oh, trust me, I would have already done that.
Yeah.
Desmond Ritter's a minus 125. Corral is a minus 110.
And Howell's probably going to be only one of the top 5 that's plus.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Understandably.
DK doesn't even have DK doesn't even have Howell as a. Oh, they have Howell as a plus 150.
Yeah,
he's a plus 150.
None of those bets are worth it to me.
I mean, if you're just trying to lock them in as them being a top 32 pick, I mean, when you're talking about getting plus odds, and if you parlay that with Walker going 1, if let's say you parlay Walker going 1, let's say you parlay Sky Moore at a plus 130 or like a Christian Watson,
Watson's bet would be more likely than Sky Moore at this point.
Yeah, I think it's gonna. I really like Christian Watson a lot.
My issue is
he's a plus 125.
I've heard a lot of Christian Watson hyping because it's deservingly so, but I really think receivers in this class are going to fall a little bit more than people think. It always happens. Granted, seeing how some rookie receivers and how they have impacted the game recently could change that trend, but looking at the last few classes, they've fallen a little bit more than we think. And Christian Watson in a class where it's so hard to separate yourself from the pack and being at a lower level conference, I don't see it. Like if you were to ask me who goes in the first round, George Pickens or Christian Watson, or who goes higher, I'm taking George Pickens all day. And
I mean, other of them should.
That's in the range that they would be. No, George Pickens is worthy of a first round pick.
I mean, yeah, but
what up, Jay Money?
Those comments from the other week, right? So I sent those to you, right?
Yeah, you did, but that could just be smoke, man. Like,
I mean, it definitely could. I don't know. I mean, everything is smoke.
Will the Steelers draft a quarterback in round 1 to succeed Ben Roethlisberger? I think we said we were all in agreement with that.
I think we're going with that.
Yeah, Malik Willis.
Yeah.
Do they trade up for one? Hopefully, fucking not.
Yes.
So earlier in the show, we kind of started teasing some defensive talk, some DB talk. We're going to get into that right here. We're just about through the whole sheet. Who will be the first defensive back drafted? Is it Sauce, Stingley, Kyle Hamilton?
Over the past 24 hours, it's gotten more interesting than you think. I think everyone at this point is Sauce CB1.
I think it really could be Stingley.
Heavy talk about the Texans and Lovie Smith loving Derek Stingley. So, again, it's one of those that if you don't think that the Texans like Stingley, it's Sauce, and it's going to be Sauce all day. But if the Texans manage to fall in love with a corner prospect in Derek Stingley, which is understandable, he's going to go 3. So, it's a pick your poison type thing there. I lean Stingley, honestly. I'm going to buy into that. I think that the Texans are not smart enough.
That's what I think it is.
Entice anyone to come up to move up for Stingley or Sauce. So I'm going to buy into that hype.
I don't think they're smart enough to go and grab. I like Sauce a little bit better. I don't think they're smart enough to grab Sauce. That's what I think it is. Stingley's amazing. Stingley's amazing. I like Sauce just a hair better. It's close.
Look, when you talk about production, I don't think there's anyone that's ever had better college production than Sauce Gardner. You're talking about 1,600 snaps, never giving up a touchdown, and the past 2 years he's never given up more than 30 yards to a receiver in a game, or to any receiver. It's insane.
But 2020 Stingley was a different fucking animal, man.
That's true.
If Stingley stayed healthy, he could have been the number 1 overall pick this year.
Yeah, definitely. And coming into the year, he was the favorite for the number 1 overall pick. Him and Tavon Thibodeau were tied. It's hard because if you get that Stingley that was that true freshman Stingley that deserved the Defensive Back of the Year award over Grant Delpit, yes, I know he deserved it. He was the best corner in the nation his freshman year. And then there's the concerns about, well, did he try hard enough? Did he slack off knowing he was going to make it to the league? And then injuries, of course, because that ankle is a real issue. So it's tough, but I do think Stingley's going to go 3.
Okay. Really quick, is it Neal or Cross that you guys got as the first, or is it you got Icky? Both of you have Icky being the first offensive player off the board, right?
I mean, with the way the draft board is looking like it's going to shape up, it could be even.
I'm going to go Charles Cross. Honestly, I think I'm going to go Charles.
Cross is a plus 300.
I think honestly, if I'm looking at it, I don't think an offensive player goes top 4.
Not necessarily top 4, but I still think Icky's going to be the first lineman off the board.
At 5, which would be
But
the Giants, who
who?
love
No,
Charles
the,
Cross.
all I need to know is just so I can place this bet. Who's the first offensive player off the board?
I'm going Charles Cross.
That is, I don't know, man. I think it could be, if we're thinking about it, honestly, it could be Malik Willis, Charles Cross, Evan Neal, Ike Ekwonu.
Malik Willis is a plus
Garrett
1,000.
Wilson. It could
Malik
be
Willis
any
is a
of those
plus
guys.
1,000. Malik Willis is a plus 1,000.
See, honestly, I don't hate those odds. I might take those. If I'm just fucking around and gonna put a couple bucks on something, I would take that.
$10, you get 100 back.
$10, bro. I'll put that easily because there's still like as much as we're thinking about it, there's still the possibility that he goes.
But I'm parlaying it. So I got Christian Watson being drafted in the first round. Obviously, Trayvon Walker being picked number 1. I think I'm gonna go Icky as the first offensive player off the board.
That's fair. So you would be under the impression that the Jets are going to take him then?
Yeah,
and that's fair.
He just has to be the first one off the board.
Yeah. But if you're looking at the draft and the way it's shaping out, the favorites right now, it's going to go Walker, Hutchinson, one of the corners. So you're looking at 4 or 5. At 5, the Giants, I believe, are definitely taking Charles Cross.
I mean, they could take Neal.
Yeah, I think
out of all the reports, we're talking about a not smart franchise and bad management.
That is
historically.
I mean, Gettleman's gone.
I don't think they're smart enough to hide it.
Gone.
Granted, it is a new regime, but I don't think they're smart enough to hide it. And
but does Cross make it? Does Cross make it to the Giants at 5?
Yeah,
so
yeah. Not even a question there.
At 4, who do you think is going 4? I think it's going to be Kayvon Thibodeau.
Agreed.
So then you know what? Here's what I'm gonna do. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna play Cross at pick number 5 for a plus 175.
I like that a lot because it's either going to be Sauce or Charles Cross at 5.
Yep.
I mean, even then, if we're being for real, it might not even be because if they want both of those guys, they could get both those guys at 5 and 7.
Which is why you take Cross first, because the Panthers have the option.
The Panthers do really like him,
and they're
as well.
not going to take a corner because they have JC and the kid that they traded for, CJ Henderson. So you take
but they still like Evan Neal, right? I mean,
I think at this point with the knee issue and the hip issue, I don't think he's the top. I think he's the third tackle clearly.
I don't disagree, but
unless a team is confident enough that the knee and hip is not an
issue.
So
then for you, where does Icky go? Like he's falling now at this point if he doesn't go 5.
My opinion,
possibly 6, right? Like
if he doesn't go 5 or 6, he goes his floor is 9 to the Seahawks. I don't think
and that's assuming Atlanta takes a receiver probably.
Or trades out, either one.
I'm gonna play it just like that. I'm gonna play it just like that. I'm only gonna do like a little
Neal at 2, sir.
Well, I got 4 legs. I got 4 legs with Christian Watson being drafted within the first round, Trayvon Walker being the first pick, Charles Cross at pick 5, and Kayvon Thibodeau being a top 5 pick.
I like that.
I
like that a lot.
Yeah, so you know, I
think honestly the most unlikely pick out of that is Christian Watson going in the first, which is crazy to think about.
I gotta say, I agree.
Yeah, I think that is probably the most
you're gonna be sweating bullets all night then.
Oh yeah, that's the big one there.
Sweating.
Yeah,
I might even toss that out of the parlay and keep the rest of it because the rest of it sounds great to me.
Toss out what, Thibodeau?
No, toss Watson.
Toss out Watson.
That's his odds booster, though.
Yeah,
that is your odds booster. I
mean, yeah, he's gonna need that. He's gonna need that. I like it because if you just throw a little bit of money on it, it's a 4-leg parlay. You could probably get $180 back on something like that.
Yeah.
Throw $10 down, you get like 180 back. I like it.
Yeah.
Oh, it won't let me parlay the picks.
Oh yeah, I was almost said that earlier. A lot of websites won't. They won't let you parlay draft bets.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, I don't know why, but they won't.
Yeah.
Okay, so then you know what? Here's what we're gonna do then. I'm gonna do a shit ton of singles. What
sounds
will a team currently without a top 10 pick trade into the top 10 on draft night?
I believe so. In the back 5.
I mean, I think if we're being real,
It always happens.
Green Bay or Kansas City seems like the two most
Green
likely
Bay,
options.
KC,
Possibly the Steelers, I guess.
Philly is a sneaky pick because they love Kyle Hamilton, and I keep
Also
hearing
New Orleans.
that
I mean,
New Orleans can move up for a receiver or an offensive tackle if they start to slip to replace Teron Armstead.
there's a lot of teams there who could trade in.
Yeah, there is. The question is price. What are teams going to demand? And then who falls?
If I'm just like spitballing, I think the most likely picks within the top 10 to be traded though would be number 5 and number 9. So those are the two teams that you're looking at, right? Like,
Mine would be 6, 8, and 9.
6, 8, 9.
Carolina.
Yeah. 8. I agree with the Falcons, but like, I don't know. Yeah.
6, 8, 9 would be mine.
But if you're thinking about from the other team's perspective, right? If you want a quarterback, because a couple of these teams would want a quarterback. Who want to jump Carolina?
Just spitballing ideas. Who says somebody doesn't want to move up for Sauce Gardner if he falls to 6?
Oh, I mean,
yeah. Is he? I don't think he's going to fall to 6.
He totally could. If the Stingley hype is real, then he could.
Yeah. What up, Zachariah? What up, J Money?
Let's go, bro. That's no, sir. No.
The Texans aren't drafting a quarterback.
Yeah, the Texans aren't drafting a QB. Fuck no. There's not enough drugs in the world to make me believe in that.
That's got Davis Mills, who's solid enough, man.
They like Davis Mills. There's been multiple reports coming out of that front office that they think Davis Mills could be a franchise quarterback.
Davis Mills can be a franchise quarterback.
And if you believe that, don't get rid of him after a year.
Okay, so if they think that, then what's stopping them from taking, a receiver, an offensive weapon?
They could at 13.
So 71% of all Elias game plan challenge players. Remember, you guys can fill out this sheet with us. You guys can go ahead, fill out your props, make your guesses. Winner will win winner of the challenge of the quiz there that I just dropped in the chat will win a $20 will win a $20 Fanatics gift card. And also don't forget to download the Stacks app. Again, that is join Stacks stacksapp.io. Link is in the description. Drop your top 5 drop your top 5 favorite or your top 5 NFL 2022 draft prediction picks. Winner of that contest, whoever gets the most right will win an autographed DJ Moore jersey.
Ooh,
sorry, y'all.
DJ Moore is
Shits,
me being in Carolina, bro. They love DJ Moore out here, bro.
Bro, DJ Moore's a guy, man.
If you play fantasy football, like everyone has like a love-hate relationship with DJ Moore.
Yeah.
Hey, if they got a decent quarterback, it wouldn't be love-hate.
It would be love, bro. He's so fucking talented.
It'd be all love.
Yeah, no, that is very true. That is very true. I went ahead and dropped the link for you guys to go ahead and go in, download the Stacks app, make your guesses to win that autographed DJ Moore jersey. What will the Chargers do at pick number 17? Are they gonna go offense, defense, or are they gonna say fuck it, trade the pick?
All three are equally likely, in my opinion. All three are equally likely. And I hate to say that, but Penning, if he's there, I know he's gotten a lot of hate recently, but coming from reports again that from insiders and everything like that, and out of Chargers camps, they are still interested in Trevor Penning at 17. Also, there's been rumors saying they really want a receiver. So one of them is kind of likely, but if you're in a situation where you think you can add draft capital, it's always a good idea to trade back. So it's tough.
I think that I personally feel like they're gonna go offense.
I said offense on mine.
Yeah, they've had, so we're part of that 31%. You got 18% saying they'll get traded, 50% of the crowd saying that they'll go defense. The Chargers did receive 99 combined starts this last season from their last 7 first rounders. So maybe it's best that they keep the pick and not trade it.
Yeah. The only way I think they go defense is if Jordan Davis is on the board, and I don't see him getting to 17.
Yeah. I don't see that. I don't see that being a thing. Will the Chiefs draft a wide receiver in round 1 to replace Tyreek Hill? Also, yes. Same question with the Packers and Devontae Adams.
Yes, and yes.
Wait. Your options are both go receiver in round 1. Only the Chiefs go receiver in round 1. Only the Packers go receiver in round 1. Neither go receiver in round 1.
I locked it in with both, man. It just seems it's
so at this point. In typical Packer fashion. I said only the Chiefs. because the Packers refuse to do it. So I'm sticking with narratives, and I went with the Chiefs only, even though they both should. And I think that the Packers probably should use both of their first round picks on receivers, but they won't.
Yeah.
They could, and then I could look stupid, but I went with the Chiefs because the Packers refuse. So
You know what? I'm in agreement with you, and I think the Chiefs actually. I think the Chiefs actually end up with Christian Watson. You know,
I love George Pickens there. I know it's kind of a lazy.
So who do the Packers take then? An O lineman most likely, and then
O lineman, edge, because they need edge help more than anything on their team.
Oh, who's your boy? Arnold Ebiketie?
Ebiketie, Mafe.
Yeah, Mafe. I've seen a lot to the Packers. To be honest,
Ebiketie, Mafe, David Ajabo, if they want to take a chance on upside. I love Ajabo, and I still think he should be a first round pick. I would like him in Arizona at pick 23. And I would be very happy. He's one of my top 2 options for the Cardinals. If you can, the Achilles injury, while I know it's fairly new when it comes to the surgery and its revamp, if you look at the last 2 big athletes that have had the surgery, they've kind of came back and succeeded pretty well. Cam Akers and Kevin Durant. So, going off recent trends, it looks like he could come back from this injury, and he probably won't miss all of next year. He'll probably come back late in his rookie year.
I like it. So really quick, we got to talk about the wide receiver that I broke down on NFL on the NFL fantasy draft spectacular. Shout out to Michael Florio. Shout out to Marcus Grant for having me on that. Shout out to Troy King. Let's see, Lord Don't Lose. There's a lot of heavy hitters, a lot of us up on that thing, So thank you to NFL Network for having all of us as guests. I was given the task of breaking down and giving my perspective on wide receiver Drake London. I personally, this one is a tough prop
because he's mocked to the Washington to the Commanders a whole bunch, and they've been said that they love him.
It's tough because from a betting standpoint. All right, so the question is, where will USC wide receiver Drake London get drafted? Is he going to be within the top 10 or outside the top 10?
See, that's
when you look at the mocks, I've seen mocks where it's either the Jets or Washington.
Yeah, that's the part that's
it or bust.
Because
it's it or bust.
Honestly, I'm gonna go outside the top 10, and the main reason being, I don't think the Jets keep pick 10. I think that's going to be a part of a Debo trade tonight.
Oh,
I really think that's gonna happen.
I could see that. I could see that. In the common era, which in other words, since 1967, there's only been 8 USC wide receivers, and only 3 of them have been selected above the top 10 or have been selected within the top 10. You're talking Curtis Conway in 93, Keyshawn Johnson in 96, and then Mike Williams in 05.
And I mean,
and last 2 the last few, Amon-Ra, Michael Pittman, Juju.
Yeah, okay, yeah. There's also Amon-Ra. No, they were outside the top 10. They weren't.
I know. Yeah, no, they weren't even in the first round.
Yeah, no, they weren't even in the first round. I'm just saying, Mike Williams was, but yeah, I'm just thinking of receivers that went in the first round or not in the first round, just in the draft
from 2005 on.
From USC. Yeah.
No, USC produces receivers.
Yeah,
they do for sure.
I completely forgot Juju went there.
Look, I'm gonna be honest. This is a tough one. If you're gonna take London to be within that top 10, you're looking at a minus 175.
Raj knows this about me. I am very, and I mean very low on Drake London in comparison to consensus. He's my wide receiver 6.
I love Drake London.
He's my wide receiver 1B, bro.
I love Drake London because you have a lot of quarterbacks that fucking underthrow. And he's the guy that comes back to the ball and makes you look good.
He's a Carson Wentz receiver. You know that?
Yeah.
He's a Carson Wentz receiver.
Yeah. That is bro. Hey. That's why I was like, it's either Jets, Washington, and the only other team that could fit his play style is Miami.
I mean,
because Tua underthrows, and that's not happening.
Yeah, no, Miami's not taking him.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
If he falls far enough,
first round pick
could be a weapon for KC. It could be.
Oh,
Mahomes doesn't.
That's a bit too much.
Mahomes is super accurate. Like Mahomes is super accurate. So
just having
that would just make London better.
I mean,
Yeah,
honestly,
just
though,
having that
those
Jamal.
accurate receivers don't work with high point receivers. Sorry, accurate QBs don't work out well with high point receivers.
Yeah, it requires a lot of trust in that
It
situation
does.
because if you have a great arm, but if you look at a very accurate quarterback and a great jump ball receiver, I'm gonna bring it out. It's at this point it's become cliche. T. Higgins and Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
It works. So it's tough, but yeah.
Will there be a running back? So this one is actually split in half. I shit you not. On Elias Game Plan Challenge, guys, you enter $20 FedEx gift card coming your way if you win. It's exactly 50-50 split. I shit you not. Half say yes, half say no. I'm saying no. J Love.
Where the fuck did J Lo go?
Oh shit.
Just knock him off, bro. Shit.
It's all good.
All
We'll
right.
figure it out. Let's send the link to Scott. Send it to him.
The DM I sent you earlier. Don't worry about it.
Oh.
I'll talk to you about it.
Oh yeah. Fuck, where was I? I'm saying no to running back being selected. What about yourself?
I'm leaning towards yes, just because the Bills look like they really like Brees Hall, and then there's also Tampa Bay, who's kind of up to get a running back. I think they could go with someone like Kenny Walker or even Brees Hall if he's still there. So back into the first, I could see a running back going. So I'm leaning towards yes, but it's a very close one. I'm flipping between yes and no there.
Alrighty. So we're both split on that one. You guys are gonna have to just take it off your own opinion. What type of suit will the first player drafted be wearing? So I feel like they put this in here because obviously this is gonna be the question on the prop sheet. There's like none of us give a fuck about fashion. We care more about all the analytical shit. I went with solid color. 45% are saying solid color. 22% are saying stripe. 30% are saying pattern. And only 1% is saying that the person's gonna walk up like wearing jeans and a jersey.
Yeah, I'd fucking love that.
What are your thoughts, man? Like
I mean, shoot, man. I don't know. I think it'll probably end up being solid. I'm now
Yeah.
looking at what the fuck Trevon Walker's wearing, so I can fucking put that bet in and see what I can win. Shit, where's this guy at, yo? All right, yo, Trevon Walker's. Is he even at the draft?
Yeah.
Where the
No, I
fuck
don't
is
think
this guy?
so.
I don't know if he's at the draft. Yo, N'Kobe Dean is looking fly as a motherfucker though, yo. He's wearing a pink suit. That shit's sick.
That's sick.
That's so fire.
Sick.
With that hat. Oh, he's wearing a Pharrell hat. That's so fire. God.
Oh, Trayvon Walker is wearing a cardigan.
What? Where?
Yep. He was 35 minutes ago with Maria Martin.
Who is Maria Martin?
Maria Martin, award-winning sports anchor reporter for 11 Alive News in Atlanta, Emmy nominated, Murrow winning. Let's see, Married to the Game, Ole Miss grad.
I think so. I don't know. How do you spell her name? What?
Maria Martin.
Oh, Maria. Okay, I heard Marina. I was like, who the hell is
No.
Marina Martin?
Yeah, so
that's why I got confused. Okay.
So homie's wearing like a button up with the white tee and a gold chain. So there we go.
Although I mean that looks like he's just like chilling in his hotel room. I don't know if he's wearing that to the draft.
I mean, well, we're about to see here in the next 8 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, do make sure you hurry up, get on over to the Stacks app. Drop those takes for me. Give me your top 5 picks, your top 5 draft picks. Predict them as accurate as possible. Click that link right there. Get on over there to the Stacks app and drop them. Mike, what's going on? Make sure that you guys also, while you can, fill out the Elias Game Plan challenge. Shout out to Elias Sports Bureau, one of the most trusted names in sports. Shout out to our homies over at Play Pickup. Shout out to 32-Bit for supplying the autographed DJ Moore jersey that we will be giving away after the 5 picks are all ran through. We're going to see you on our other stream, on our round 1 stream. So we're about to head right over there, and we'll be starting that for you guys momentarily. Dilly. Why did he click off?